So like Kajal said, coming to my pre-coaching phase, to do's and don'ts पे आते हैं तो don'ts तो आपको सब बता दें. So I was very interested in maths and science from very start. Like it's no big deal to cope up with both of them simultaneously अगर आप पहले से prepared हो. And one more thing, you can refer to YouTube videos.
Hello everyone, welcome to Career Vyas. As you all know, JEE Mains is just a few weeks away. So today we have with us Vyas, who has qualified his JEE Advanced and JEE Mains with such an amazing score that he has been able to secure his seat at IIT Kharagpur. Yes, you heard it right, at IIT Kharagpur. So before moving into hard discussion about today's topic, let's hear from Divyansh what he has to say regarding his pre-coaching phase, his preparation journey, a few tips and some do's and don'ts during last minute preparation.
So hi everyone, my name is Vyas and I am from IIT Kharagpur pursuing my BTech in mechanical engineering from there. So like Kajal said, coming to my pre-coaching phase, it was a pretty normal, जैसे हर किसी का होता है, I was a pretty normal kid till class 10th. I am right now also, but till class 10th I studied in a normal school like everyone, participated in everything, extracurriculars and all. Things changed when I went to Kota in class 11 to pursue my coaching, like to start preparing for JEE. So जब आप ऐसी बड़ी city में जाते हो ना education hub में, like for example in my case that was Kota. So many things change. Like class 10 तक आपको लगता है कि आप बहुत smart हो, you were in the top of your class, but आप कोटा पहुँचते तो बहुत changes आते हैं, आप हर टाइप के लोग मिलते हैं. एंड ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आप क्लास 10 तक फर्स्ट आते हो और कोटा में आप अपनी क्लास में लास्ट आ रहे हो. सो दैट्स नॉट अ बिग डील, मतलब बहुत चेंजेस आते हैं एंड इट टेक्स टाइम टू कोप अप विद देम, बट हो जाता है. और टू डूज एंड डोंट्स पे आते हैं तो डोंट्स तो आपको सब बताते हैं, पेरेंट्स बताते हैं, टीचर्स बताते हैं. डूज में ये है कि यू नीड टू हैव ऑनेस्टी एंड कंसिस्टेंसी विथ योर स्टडीज. लाइक आप जितना कर रहे हो बी ऑनेस्ट, और आपको ऐसा नहीं कि लाइक आपने हफ्ते में 3 दिन पढ़ा 3 दिन नहीं पढ़ा. The best way to succeed in this exam is to study every day. Like consistency होना बहुत जरूरी है.
Okay, that was pretty impressive. So Divyansh, I want to know that what made you feel joining IIT? Like there are lot many things which you can do after class 12. Like why only IIT?
So I was very interested in maths and science from very start, like especially maths, and I was interested in machines also. So like अब इंजीनियरिंग करनी है, डिसाइड कर लिया था कि मशीन्स पसंद है, मैथ साइंस पसंद है. सो व्हाट्स बेटर देन IIT फॉर इंजीनियरिंग. सो इसीलिए लाइक दिस इज द ओनली थिंग आई डिसाइडेड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर IIT.
I am very sure that most of our viewers must be waiting for the answer to the question that how do you cope up with the board examinations as well as your JEE mains simultaneously, and moreover how to use your self-made short notes.
Like it's no big deal to cope up with both of them simultaneously अगर आप पहले से prepared हो तो. So I'd say like start preparation like for board exams along with JEE mains like 2 months, at least 2 months before the exams. आप लोग ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि study for hour or half every day before 2 months, especially subjects like which you don't study in your coaching like English, physical education or those who have computer science and all. और math science आपको basic knowledge से होती है आपकी coaching से, and you just need to practice writing answers and solution in maths. And one more thing, you can refer to YouTube videos or other videos available on internet for these subjects. Like if you are feeling bored while reading English book or other subject books, so you can just watch a video for 15-20 minutes, half an hour, and you can cover your daily quota like that. और short notes इसलिए important है क्योंकि like for JEE mains example ले लो आप, you start revision 1 week before the exam and एक हफ्ते में आप पूरा syllabus कर नहीं कर सकते आपके सारे नोट्स. सो इफ यू हैव शॉर्ट नोट्स यू कैन गेट द आइडिया व्हाट इज देयर इन द चैप्टर, ऑल द इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूलाज एंड ऑल द थिंग्स यू हैव मेंशन्ड. और सिमिलरली शॉर्ट नोट्स वर्क फॉर बोर्ड एग्जाम्स आल्सो. यू कैन मेक शॉर्ट नोट्स बाय हाइलाइटिंग अ फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स एंड दैट वर्क्स.
Okay, so having mentioned that, Divyansh, I know even you will agree when I say that smartphones and social media, they are a great source of distraction, although there are many. But yet, and handling them for the students, it becomes very hard and they might end up getting addicted towards it. So what are your views, or shall I say your solutions for the same?
Like we know, if you don't have control on our mind, we can't control distractions. So first of all, try to have control on yourself as much as you can. And there are other things like what you guys can do and what I used to do and my friends used to do. So like for those who like movies very much, you can watch a movie once or twice, matlab once in a week or once in a 2 weeks. Or like I used to make a list of movies and watch them in the end of the session. Like I made a list of movies in 11th and watched them after my 11th ended, like similarly in 12th and all. ये सब भी कर सकते हैं. And one more thing is try to stay away from social media as much as you can, because social media is a great distraction. Like if you are talking to your friend, he told you some story that's going in your school, like old school, and now you will get indulged in it and it will circulate in your mind. So हाँ, social media से जितना दूर रह सकते हैं उतना दूर रहे, और try not to use it at all first of all, and if you can't do that, to try to stay away. Or third thing is like you can use motivational posters in your study environment. Like मेरे पास एक था, it said don't complain about not having it if you are not willing to work for it. These kind of things also help. And yes, like one more thing you can do is limit your mobile using time. Like decide पहले से कर लो कि मैं दिन में सिर्फ for 30 minutes phone चलाऊंगा या 40 minutes 1 hour phone चलाऊंगा, and for rest of the time stay away from your mobile. So this also helps.
Okay, as you already mentioned, but you know, Divyansh, what happens that social media or any other form of addictions waste a lot of our preparation time, but the self-realization regarding time wastage is always late. At least in my case, it is. You know, and then panic करने लग जाते हैं बच्चे during their last preparation time. So how to cope up with these anxiety and depression type stuff?
Like you all have seen camphor kapoor I'm talking. If we leave it open in the air, it evaporates. So according to me, time follows the same concept. It flies if you don't save it and use it wisely from the distractions. So first of all, I'd say कि try to have a control on yourself. क्योंकि regret बाद में होगा अगर शुरू में control नहीं है. And that's the only way. और अगर बात आती है कि you have less time left for your exams and you have covered very less syllabus. So there are a few things you can do again, like what usually people do or what you should do is like सबसे पहले write down whole syllabus and mark out the topic that you like or which are strong on your side and the topics which have very high weightage in examinations. सबसे पहले उन topics से cover करना start करें, and I am pretty sure if there is less time left, you will only be able to cover those topics. So now short notes will come into play. कि all the topics you have left, go through the short notes of them, those topics. So ऐसे में आपको आइडिया हो जाएगा कि उस टॉपिक में एटलीस्ट था क्या. अगर इजी क्वेश्चन आता है उन टॉपिक्स में उन टॉपिक से पेपर में, so you will be able to solve that using basic formula, and this happens a lot of times in JEE mains.
Okay, Divyansh, what are your views regarding those aspirants who lose motivation when they are preparing for a particular competitive exam for a longer period of time, like multiple attempts thing, staying motivated and setting a morale high from the beginning to the very end? It is quite challenging. What are your views on it?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kajal, and that happens with everyone, and it happened with me as well. So losing motivation in the end is not a big deal. Like it's very normal during preparing for these big exams like JEE, NEET and all. So the thing is, we lose motivation because like happens when exams are near, family starts putting pressure on you कि exam आ रहे हैं, पढ़ ले, you have to do well and all. We get extra pressurized by our family, our colleagues, like fellow students when they do better than you, और ये सब चीजें होती हैं. So the thing is, आपके सामने you should have a clear picture of what your end goal is, and this helps in maintaining your motivation as well as कि you should not be affected by others' marks. You should always see your progress, and even if last में कई बार होता है कि you start scoring less marks than you used to, so don't take them very like seriously and just focus on what's right in front of you.
Okay, so Divyansh, moreover, it happens that following the human tendency, many times it occurs that we start doubting ourselves, our abilities, and thinking whether we are good enough for the field we have opted for or not. So now let's take a case. If you feel like you aren't prepared enough, so what to do in this case? Whether one should appear in the exam or not?
So like if you are serious regarding your exam, first one major thing is कि exam में नहीं appear होना should not even be a question. Like you should always appear in exam no matter how much you are prepared. Like first of all, it will give you the experience of exam environment, the pressure you feel when you are writing the real exam as compared to when you are giving the mock tests and all. And the second thing is कि like जितना topic आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, what are your strengths, you can evaluate them by giving the exam. Like उस topic से जितने भी questions आए हैं, you attempt them all and then you can see कि कितने सही हैं कितने गलत हैं. That way you will come to know कि जो topic आपको लग रहा है आपके strong है उसमें भी real में क्या lag कर रहा है, and you can analyze your exam and improve yourself. So yeah, exams
Yeah.
should not be ignored, you should always give them.
So Divyansh, अभी हम सभी को पता है you are an IITian, but ऐसा तो नहीं होता. After clearing the exam, each one of us get IIT. Some do get NITs as well. So can you list out some of the differences between an NIT and an IIT?
So yes, coming to the very basic differences, you have heard your parents or societies like they value the IITian tag more than an IITian tag. But from my experience, I can tell you that like academically, NITs are no less than IITs, and both institutes are very good. Second point, what I feel is IITs are central government funded, so they have a better infrastructural facilities and all. These are better in IITs because NITs are funded by the state government. Third thing I'd say, what I personally feel is like IITs are comparatively less reserved than NITs because IITs do not offer any state quota reservation, home state reservation. And fourth point, basic point would be like there is lot of international interaction in IITs. Like you can opt for university exchange program and go to study at foreign universities for a semester or two. Students from foreign universities and other countries come to study at IITs. So there's a lot of exchange of information at international level on IITs. And the fifth and the most important point what I feel is take the example of any company like who have a CEO from Indian origin. You will find that most of them are from IITs, and this is the point where parents look up to those people and create a hype in their mind like IITs are too good for like if someone can become a CEO of a company from studying from an IIT, then their child can also. But same thing can also happen from NIT. So like IITs have a record that states that they are better, but yes, NITs also are this kind of same. So yeah, these were the basic differences.
Okay, thank you very much for listing out these differences for us. So now Divyansh, let's move towards the very last question. It's like the latest trend is being followed where there are some of the changes which have been introduced in the JEE mains exam pattern. So how do you see them? As an opportunity for the aspirants itself to score good percentile, or it will be helpful for the NTA itself to screen children more efficiently?
So what I have heard, there are 5 changes this year. So let's talk about them one by one. So let's start with that the number of attempts per year have been reduced to 2 from 4 again, and like I personally feel it is better for the students because evaluation can be done more efficiently, क्योंकि जितने ज़्यादा अटेम्प्ट होते थे उतने ज़्यादा पेपर के डिफिकल्टी लेवल्स में चेंजेस आते थे और फिर गवर्नमेंट उतना ज़्यादा मॉडरेशन लाती थी. एंड व्हाट आई फील इज समथिंग इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर समवन एंड समथिंग इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम, और गवर्नमेंट शुड नॉट डिसाइड व्हाट्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू, यू ओनली नो दैट. तो जितने कम अटेम्प्ट्स होंगे उतना कम मॉडरेशन होगा एंड यू विल हैव अ फेयर चांस इन स्कोरिंग. सो इसलिए भी अच्छा है. एंड द लेस नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स मीन्स आपका एग्जाम से आप जल्दी फ्री हो जाओगे. लाइक दिस ईयर यू विल गेट फ्री बाय जुलाई, so take 1 month for counseling and all, and like from August September your classes will start, so everything will be normal pace that it used to be. So isliye I feel like it's better. Second change is that there is negative marking have been introduced in the subjective section or section B, I say. So like I am neutral on this because पहले you can put any answer और अगर तुक्का सही लगा so you will get the marks, and now it is कि if you know the answer then only you will put the answer. So ठीक है, जिसको आता है उसके लिए तो दोनों ही better थे, no difference. But जिनको नहीं आता है and who used to put any answers they feel like, तो उनके लिए थोड़ा disadvantage है. So like be very careful while answering the subjective questions. Third very important change, like no application form correction allowed. So I'd say from my past experience, be very careful while filling the application form. Like मैं बताता हूँ, in 2020 while filling the BitSat form मैंने email ID गलत डाल दी थी. थोड़ा सा minute difference था, .com की जगह .org हो गया था. and I got a seat in BITS planning. I didn't receive the mail for reporting because email ID galat thi, and later in the next round I got out of the counseling because I didn't report it. So ये भी हो सकता है. You can lose a seat in the college if you have put the wrong details. So be very careful while filling the details, especially like mobile number, email ID, your details and your parents' details. Address and all ठीक है, but be very careful about other very important things. Fourth change is like those who are applying for general EWS category, their certificate should be certified after 1st of Jan 2022. And fifth and the last change is 75% criteria for board exams have been released. So you can be relaxed, like don't stress about scoring 75%. Although if you study well, you'll always end up scoring more than that. But अगर नहीं भी आते 75% and you get a good rank in mains or advanced, you can still get a seat in IIT and NIT. So yeah, you can be pretty much relaxed about board exams.
Okay, Divyansh, thank you very much. That was all for our today's video. Thank you very much for sparing out your time from your busy hard schedule. I really do hope our viewers make best use out of this video. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you Kajal for having me.
Guys and girls, that was it for our today's video. I really do hope all your doubts regarding JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation tips are now clear. Guys, if you want to receive more videos like this, don't forget to suggest new topics for such Q&A sessions in the comment section below. You can also follow us on Instagram. The username has been mentioned here. You will get all the updates regarding recent and useful events taking place in India and worldwide. Till our next video, bye bye, take care.